Hey everybody, what's going on today? We're talking about Indian Creek Reservoir, everything you need to know. So the first thing I want to say is it's going to be pretty far for just about everybody unless you live in Markleyville, Lake Tahoe, probably towards the Nevada area on that side. But anybody who lives in the Bay Area, Amador County, Stockton, Sacramento, El Dorado County, anywhere around there, it's going to be a pretty far drive, but I will tell you it is worth the drive. I've had so many great fishing stories there. Amazing camping trips. Unfortunately, California just had a huge wave of wildfires, and I'm sure everybody already knows that, but unfortunately, Indian Creek Reservoir was one of the places that was hit very, very hard, and it is nothing like it was. It was disastrous. Trees are just almost all but wiped out, and so sadly, the lake looks nothing like it did. I believe almost all the picnic benches burned up too in the fire, so I'm not entirely sure what it's going to look like when you actually get there, but pictures have shown just horrific images. But like I said, the fishing there is great. So if you can bear with the destruction that has been caused from the fires, it's an amazing place to fish. I'm sure that they're going to be taking out a lot of those trees, hopefully, and letting life rebuild itself there. And I would imagine that within a few years, maybe 10, those trees are going to be, pretty decently sized, so this forest will regrow. But overall, even with the fire hitting it, it's still going to be an excellent fishery. They have a couple largemouth. The population of them is pretty small, but they do have cutthroat trout, and those have been declining in the past years. I believe I stated at the beginning of the video, but if I didn't, cutthroat trout are getting harder to catch there. But they do plant rainbow trout, and if you're looking to get some rainbows and hook into them, you're going to want to use power bait. It's a really popular thing to use there. I believe green and garlic are pretty good colors. Some inline spinners, some rooster tails, stuff like that, spoons. Those are going to be the things you want to throw. The best places to fish at Indian Creek Reservoir, if you're looking to catch trout, is going to be by the boat ramp. They tend to plant the fish there, and I'm not sure if that changed with the fire or anything like that, but that's where they were putting them in. We like to fish to the west of the boat ramp and to the right a little bit, and across the way near the campground. I'm not sure if you'd even be able to identify that anymore because of the fire, but across the way from the boat launch area, you'll be able to see the campground area. And just on the water's edge by the campsites, there's going to be a big clump of rocks right there. And if you fish to the right of that area, you should have really good success catching trout. Just one example is we trying some garlic power bait one of our trips, and within about 5 minutes we were all hooking in. And these fish are really aggressive for some odd reason, more aggressive than any of the trout we've caught in other East Bay lakes that have been planted and from different fisheries. So I remember one time I was reeling one in and my line snapped, but it wasn't your average snap. Like, I got caught on something. It must have been a cutthroat, actually, because I think they have teeth a little bit sharper than a rainbow trout, so it could have easily been that. But they're more aggressive. You got to watch your rod, you got to watch your tackle, because when I did get that first hit there, this whole pole flew out of the rod holder and it started to slide into the water. So just keep an eye on your stuff, because these are more aggressive fish. And another thing that's worth noting is there's a lot of rattlesnakes here and there's a lot of bears. So keep everything locked up, keep food inside the cars, or I know that they had lockers there, I believe. Not sure how much of this is changing with the fire, but definitely try to keep sweets, anything food related, far away from you. When you guys go to bed, definitely put it away. It's not a joke. It's a real thing. And bear encounters happen sometimes when people don't put their food away. And the rattlesnakes is actually a pretty well-known thing for this area. So just watch out for your kids, your pets, because they're the ones they're curious. They're going to go places that we might not necessarily go because they don't know. They're just trying to explore, and they don't see the threats in these things that as adults we've all come to know. So this pretty much covers everything about this lake. It's pretty far away, but it's definitely worth the trip. As I stated, fire hit through there and it doesn't look anything the same, but I bet in 10 years it'll really start to look whole again. You can also camp at Indian Creek Reservoir. I didn't state that, but yes, camping's an amazing thing to do here. Obviously, it's not going to be as pretty as it used to look because of the fire, but you're going to have access to all this incredible fishing, and it's still pretty up there. Even though there was a fire, you can find beauty in anything outdoors. So Obviously, it's a sad moment, but at the same time, you know, you're still experiencing that outdoors feel and catching fish and having a good time. And I believe it's $28 a night to camp. I'm not sure if any of that's changed due to the fire, but I imagine it wouldn't. And so hopefully they start to beef up that campground again after what happened. And we hope you guys have amazing success fishing here. And thanks for watching our video, and stay tuned for more.